know this all looks very lovely, but I got stuff that I need to talk to you about. Alright, go and grab a cup of tea or something. Alright, here we are. I'm just gonna talk rubbish just to get me into the flow a minute. Just try and figure something out. Do you ever feel like you were meant to find something at the point when you did find it? So a lot's been going on right now, actually, for me. I've just moved house and I brought all my camera stuff with me. And when I was moving in, one of the first things I wanted to get set up was the cameras. So we put them in the spare room and I had my little care package crate of everything, all my equipment. And almost immediately I felt inspired to start digging through my little crate of wonders. Yeah, I just felt a big urge to go through some of my old tapes. So I did, plugged the camera into the laptop and had a look at tape from this time last year. This is what this tape did for me right now. The big realization that I was having then and that I'm re-having now is just to feel a sense of encouragement and freedom about what I'm creating without fear of judgment. All these things are very talked about nowadays, I feel like, especially in the creative field, about don't worry about what anyone else thinks, don't strive for exactly my point. Don't strive for perfectionism, or strive for perfection. It's easy to accept that at a surface level, but the process of sitting down to create can be really, really tough, and is really tough. I personally find it very tough. But at the same time, underpinning all of that stuff is a drive to just push it out there. That's the only real way I can sort of describe it, is I just want to push what I'm feeling out there and try to translate that.
Well, Becky was saying that the way my art comes across is like an experience, like the experience of sort of being me or something.
Yeah, okay, I feel
because
that.
Because it's all insights and experiences and trying to capture the way I react and think about things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So
it's
said,
like.
Ooh, steady on.
All right.
She said like with the visual and the music and like now with the sometimes narration and sort of thought process.
Yeah.
It's very much like, she explained it like people will pay or people desire
They want to feel
of
that.
seeing someone else's perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
And like bottling that up, you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, that made me feel a bit better about it, I think. A bit more like secure in what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what you want. You just want to feel that security so that you can get on and make, you know?
You know, was like worthwhile because you've got all these like really formal, big landscapes and things like that, and suddenly you've got these just colours and shapes and like, you know, but actually these guys were so determined, you know, and like I said, they weren't selling any paintings, you know, but they just stuck together as this group and said, look, this is what we believe in, this is what we're going to make. And you know, by the end of their lives, they're all successful artists. But I don't know. I was just inspired by that, like sticking to something, like really believing it again. Actually, you know what? From these colours, from these shapes, I can get emotion in the same way that from a lo-fi video, you could probably get more feeling from that than something that's hi-fi, full resolution, clarity. You know? Yeah.
It's going. I think that, you know, I did sort of lose my train of thought, but even not in terms of
This series, this pushing out of feelings and visuals and scenery and shared experiences, I've called it Idle Times. Now, I've called it this since the very start, when I made my first movie, which was literally titled Idle Times. And at that time, it was just pure idling. It was the purest form of what I'm trying to capture now. It was just being let be. Of course I wanted it to look a certain way. Of course I wanted to portray a message. Really, I find it very hard to describe the message. In all honesty, every time I try and think about it, I can't really put it into words. I think that it's just about being present. And I think that it's just about documenting the presence of being in what I'm doing. Being with who I'm with. And I want it as a document for my own sake, for me to keep, for me to look back on, but also for me to share. Very, very simple things. Just people sharing experiences in different places at different times, doing different things, but just letting that speak in its raw form. Not for any goal or to try and dress it up too much like anything more than it really is. Just being idle, the in-between moments, the sort of stuff that when you are old, you will think about and you will remember, but it's stuff that at the time you couldn't really say why it's important. But capturing it and making something of it, I think that makes it important. I think you're commenting on the importance of those moments, of those experiences. And that's what I want to share. Making simple things important. I like that. I like that a lot. So this finding of the tape, this watching of the footage, this feeling like I was supposed to find the tape, like I was supposed to watch the footage, that I was in the perfect place to have this realization at this time. It all comes down to, I think, just doing it for love. Just doing it because I want to do it. And hello again.